Good evening and welcome to everyone. You join us for this T10 between the Mumbai Triumph and the Hyderabad Phoenix. I'm Mike Atherton, and alongside me today
the opposition captain can't believe their luck. Who'd bowl first in these conditions? It's certainly a risk, and the opening bowlers will really need to be on their game.
Sharma has the privilege of bowling with the new ball. The umpires have signalled that they're ready. Let's get this game underway.
Yep. Keeper!
There'll be one run here for them.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on, as they bring a bit of energy to the crease. Straight to the fielder.
Waiting. Yes. No!
There's a chance if this hits.
Jacks shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yep.
Nice shot.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Cummins, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
The left-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think. Drives and misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play. That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Waiting.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Keeper!
A couple on offer here.
Yep.
Great shot. At least 1 on offer. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yeah, yeah.
Massive edge, misses everyone, and that's racing away.
Nearly got through them. Just got onto it in time with enough bat speed to pick up 4.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Waiting. No!
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Beaten on the drive.
On the drive. The bowling's too good, though. Great line and length. Beats the edge. Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the 3rd dot ball.
Yep. No!
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call made in the end.
That's it!
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, and dispatches it to the boundary.
Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield. Needs to be on target.
Well, there was a moment of hesitation, a few calls of yes and no. In the end, no damage done.
Over. The Indians are 29 for none.
Yep.
I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
That's it. Yep.
Good return, back from the deep. Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Nice.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with aplomb.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Keeper.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
That's it.
In the air. Looks to be landing safely.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
The Indians weren't given much of an opportunity. A very tidy over. The right armour is coming into the attack from the south end. It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple. Caught first ball of the new over. What a disappointment.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter right at the top of their game.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary. There'll be runs here. Great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air and takes a good catch.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds. And you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. High, high, high in the air. This should be an easy chance.
Yep.
Good throw from the deep, on target. And with that, they're off the mark.
That's it. Yep.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there, down the ground.
End of the over. 11 runs coming from it. The Indians are 54 for 2. Patel, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the north end. Right off the middle of the bat.
Crunch on the front foot and bang, gone all the way.
Great shot.
Picked up 4 with a lovely shot off the front foot.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Super piece of timing.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets on the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Sweetly hit down the ground. They'll be hard-pressed to stop it.
That showed great skill and lovely timing. The boundary was the only place it was heading.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Good bit of timing there.
Extra width gives them a free swing at the ball. Gone a long way back.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch. And as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Beautiful slower delivery. Just hitting air on that. That was just too good.
The end of a tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be easy out there at the moment. Good pressure building.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. De Kock didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6. An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled. Perfect technique and placement.
Seemed very happy to take the boundary first up, punched away nicely to get off the mark.
Will you listen to the crowd? They are loving it. It's difficult to hear yourself think in here. Nicely played.
That was the slower ball and it didn't fool anyone. Got the timing just right. Beautiful shot.
Back-to-back boundaries. The bowler will be searching for something now. Just a dot ball or two to settle things down.
Waiting.
Out.
Yeah!
Pretty straightforward catch in the end.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. Misses everything.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
End of the over. The Indians are 98 for 4. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the north end. Finds the fielder with that shot. Chance!
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Hit that hard. Nailed it.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single. Very sweet off the bat and 4 all the way.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
19 runs added there. The Indians are 117 for 4. The right-arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Cummins with a superb delivery. Got them coming forward, looking to drive, but can't manage to catch the edge.
Yes.
Quick onto that in the infield.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yep.
That's off the middle of the bat.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward and dispatches that to the boundary.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yep.
They'll get at least 1.
Keep
It's easy runs there at this level when you stray a little down the leg side. Tucked it nicely off the pads for more runs.
Great one.
A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
Wait.
Caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
Starting to get interesting now. That's the 5th wicket. And a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Yeah.
No trouble at all to punch it away to the boundary for 4. A poor delivery.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on.
That's it. Yep, yep.
There'll be 1 run here for them. A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps. Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Perfectly timed.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yeah.
Brilliant shot, that.
The batsman brings up their half-century.
Well, it's a case of blink and you miss it with this innings. 50 brought up, and what a devastating passage of play it's been.
Wait. Yep.
Out!
Yeah!
Good catch.
That was a very good knock in the end. I'm sure a few more runs would have been better, but this has indeed been a good innings.
And the innings comes to an end. The Sunrisers will need 138 runs. This is a respectable total. If the bowlers can get firing and get some early wickets, this will be a difficult chase. Edge. Amazing delivery.
Just threw the shot too early.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Nicked it. Confident appeal. Could it be? And safely taken by the keeper.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
Drives and misses everything.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
Yep.
Edge. What a ball.
Good return there, back from the deep. The edge was very close to going to hand. They're fortunate to pick up their first runs.
Great shot through the gap. couple on offer here.
Yep.
Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. The Sunrisers are 8 for 1. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Head shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yep.
Couldn't get it through the field.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Bowler.
Massive chance. Trouble. Oh, gone.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Beaten on the drive.
Nice.
Oh, yes, the slow one beats the bat. Didn't pick it out the hand.
Yeah.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding. A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Keeper.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
That's the over. The Sunrisers are 13 for 2. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot and couldn't find the gap.
Great shot, at least one on offer.
What a beautiful shot that was. They've been sweating on the loose ball and picked this one up early and glanced it down to fine leg.
Edged it.
Head shakes their head. It was there to hit, couldn't make the most of it.
Bowl disturbs the furniture.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Klassen is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on.
Yeah.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
That gets things going. Getting your first runs always helps settle the nerves.
Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield. An effort ball and called on the front foot. At least they've got an extra ball to go for the wicket.
Yep.
Big edge. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting. Edge, unplayable. Huge appeal. Going with pace now.
The captain is going with pace.
Yep.
Out! What a catch!
Another one gone. The fourth wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket. Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. The keeper seems convinced this is out. Could be worthwhile sending it to the third umpire.
How close is that? Could be the wicket. Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. Pitching in line, just a case now on if it's hitting the stumps. Oh, that's so close, but the decision will stay the same. And it's unfortunate in the end, but if you're the batter, you're still there.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Nice bowling.
Well, that's perhaps a little harsh. I felt it wasn't that wide.
Wait there. Bowler. Yep.
Big shout.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
Patel won't have the pressure of facing up just yet. The nerves will be rattling a bit while they're at the non-striker's end. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Down the wicket, misses.
That spun a long, long way, and yet somehow it missed completely everything.
Stumping. Oh, big appeal. Misses everything. Strong appeal. That's great fielding. That ball was flying. They'd look for a couple here. Easy catch. Didn't have to move, really.
Really getting towards the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board. Finds the edge. Loud shout. And caught. That's just superb.
Well, was that a lazy shot or a good piece of bowling? And the field was set and they fell for it. Out for a duck.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Zampa, whose first task is getting themselves settled. Well placed, should get a single.
Driven off the front foot, fantastic cricket shot, probably expected more there.
Straight to the fielder.
Maybe they didn't pick that up, very late on the shot.
Picks the gap perfectly.
That shot sees them get their innings started.
Yes.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running. Was that just a bit lazy with the running? Usually there'd be two there. Need to take a bit more initiative out there.
The Indians found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards.
Yes.
They'll push hard, should get back for two.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep. Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Bowled in, beauty, absolute beauty.
Another one, 8 wickets gone. You feel it's just a matter of time now. A few decent deliveries could see the end.
Good shot, a beauty.
Really just seemed to have put that one into the slot with the first ball to the new batter. All the same, it's a glorious shot for your first ball.
Nice shot, runs possible. Comfortable single if they take it.
Well, they decided against the run. Not sure why, if I'm being honest. They'd have made it very comfortably.
Massive edge. There'll be one run here for them. Really good over. Takes a wicket, keeps it tight. Somehow they've got to find the boundaries. The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yep.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
They'll get at least one.
Yep.
Massive edge, misses everyone, and that's racing away. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yep.
Just too much height on that one.
They'll want to make use of the extra delivery. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Got way too much bounce on that delivery.
You're looking for anything when it comes to a free hit as a batter. Just need to wait on it.
Yep.
End of the over. 14 runs coming from it. The Sunrisers are 55 for 8. Jack, the spinner, coming into the attack.
Yep.
Perfect technique and placement.
It was timed well for 4. Gee, that was a good shot.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
Times it nicely.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
Yeah. That shot sees them get their innings started. Probably should have gotten back for a second there. Need to push a bit harder on that first one.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. A new bowler is coming into the attack. It's getting to where this is becoming a problem. It's obvious it isn't out, but they appeal anyway.
Yeah.
Loud appeal.
Right on.
Quick onto that in the infield.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Edge. Amazing delivery. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Decisive running might have gotten two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily, so in the end, poor running.